the motherfucking villain, goddammit. About to get this man and stack this shit. Yo, this Dip try to tell him, ooh, you're like the sun. Chasing all of the men away. When you come around, you bring brighter days. She told me you're the perfect one. Microphone check 1 2 1 2 1 2. He told her I will rock this microphone.
All right, so let's see. This is PowerUp Podcast. I guess the first episode coming back since Nathan has gone on break. So I am Adam Swikart, a.k.a. Action Hank, and with me is Zach Marquette, a.k.a. is it Ailerus or Ailerus or?
It's actually Ailerus.
Ailerus, okay.
Yeah,
And
nobody can pronounce it, so it's cool.
yeah, well, that's because it's a World of Warcraft name. So, all right. So you just got into the scene, right? Like what, about in May of last year, or
actually around
February? Right.
Like right when 4 came out is when I started playing, and then first tournament was them versus us beta.
Okay.
Like in Cincinnati. So.
Did you play anything before that? I know you mentioned you knew Mao and Keats and stuff like that.
I dabbled. I played CVS 2 and Third Strike on a pad back in the day, but I never took it seriously, and I never had the mindset to play it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I never had patience or anything. So 4 is when I started really learning how to play games and stuff like that.
Okay. Now you play. Right now you just play Abel, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So I was just gonna ask, what drew you to Abel? Like, does he fit like your particular play style, or do you feel like you just like his character design?
I like how he's mobile, but he's also a grappler, and I like how, I mean, you can just do all sorts of crazy mix-up with him, and he's not really a turtle,
right?
In the game that's about turtling, so
yeah.
He kind of breaks the mold.
Found that out the hard way yesterday.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I just like how he's different from the norm.
Right, and I mean, really, all 4 new characters that they added are all like aggressive. Now, I mean, obviously, I would, and I think you would too, rate Rufus as probably the best out of all. Not all 4 new characters, but in terms of like offense characters, he's probably the best overall.
Well, yeah.
Do you think Abel is a close second, or do you think Viper is better?
That's a hard question. I don't really play Viper, but I know there's a lot of risk involved with choosing her, but there's a lot of risk involved with choosing Abel, too.
Right. Now I'm convinced to win with Abel, to win even just a round, you have to hit his Ultra. Would you agree?
Yeah. You generally don't really want to try to use, I mean, it's a good tool to have as like a threat. If you have Ultra, it's like a threat, and you kind of don't want to do it in a combo because it scales so badly.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So you generally just want to keep it there until you're going to kill him.
Right.
Because
and it does kill him usually. And
yeah.
I mean, and really the longer you save it, the more the more threatening it is, because then it's just going to keep doing. I mean, his already does a pretty good amount of damage, but if you hit it kind of early in the round, it's not going to make him think about it as much as if you did it really late. So.
Right. I mean, it's just going to be there, so they have to worry about it. It's one more thing for them to be worried about. So.
Yeah. All right. And then I had one here. Everyone talks about characters like worst matchup, but do you have like a personal worst matchup or a personal? And then to follow up with that, do you have a personal best matchup?
Are you kidding me? I always bitch about Zangief.
Right.
Because I fucking hate Zangief.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to put a little side note on that question. Geef aside.
Okay.
Did you beat Mario yesterday also?
I actually didn't. Okay. Mario's pretty good, man. He's a good player. He played Blanca.
Oh, he didn't go Geef against you.
No,
really.
I thought he was going to, and then he chose Blanca, and I don't. There's nobody around Cincinnati that really plays Blanca except for him. So
yeah,
I didn't really know what to do. I need to do some research on that matchup.
Yeah, Blanca's annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So your own personal worst, you would say then, is Zangief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Geef aside, I'd probably say Let's see. Ryu.
Yeah. Yeah, he can be pretty
Just
annoying.
just because. Hey Ultra.
Yeah.
Hey Ultra. Doing anything. Ultra.
Okay, and then what is your personal best? Do you think?
I actually like playing against Sagat.
Any particular reason?
I don't know. It just feels easier to get in on him than it feels like to get on anybody that I like Rufus or Raya. I guess it's maybe because I haven't played really any great Sagats, but I don't really feel threatened by like trying to get in on him.
What do you think? There's anything Abel specifically can do besides getting in? Like, is there any what's a good idea? Can you reset him a lot? Just extrapolate on that, I guess.
I mean, he's like when you're up close, you can. He'll try to zone with like crouching or standing roundhouse. You can just crouching medium kick, and then if you hit him, you can cancel it into change of direction, or you can roll if it blocks. Then just to get in, there's so many things you can do. But that's the same with anybody, but specifically crouching medium kick beats a standing roundhouse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to ask, does Sagat standing roundhouse tag Abel a lot, like it does Zangief for Balrog? Like is it something that'll Sagat will just try and spam on you when you're close, or does it really not work?
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to space your kicks properly, obviously, but I mean, if he whiffs a standing roundhouse, you can just like your crouching medium kick will like hit him right in the junk, and then you can just get in on him.
Yeah. All right, and then when you're training, like I stumbled across your YouTube when I was bored in the UD library many days ago, and you had some videos, I guess, of practicing like a specific string. When you do practice, do you focus on like execution? Do you focus on? I mean, of course you focus on execution when you hit training mode, but do you really try to work your time into like setups? Punishing different things, or maybe like kind of more complex strings that you can pull out later.
Well, those bits specifically, I mean, they're like unlabeled and everything. I was just uploading them because I was showing a friend about them. He's one of my friends in Japan. He was just asking about it, so I showed him to.
Is
showed
he
it to
asking Street Fighter 4 questions when he lives in Japan?
No, like I was talking to him about it, and I showed him like what I was doing with Abel because he's plays Gen, so he doesn't really.
Oh, so he doesn't go to the arcade.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, get your ass to the arcade.
Yeah, he's a little upset about no Super Street Fighter 4 arcade release because he's in Japan.
They could do it though. I mean, they technically, I guess, they could try and do so. They could get like a disc. I'm not quite sure how it would work, but I think there's the thread about the whole no arcade release and how like kind of easy it would be to hook up kind of like a home arcade cabinet, for that stuff.
I think there's a lot of legal reasons why they don't do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I'm gonna answer your other question before that.
Yeah.
When I practice. I used to be really bad at combos. Like I used to not understand how. I don't know. I was terrible, and now I'm like I think I'm okay. I used to just do his normal like bread and butter like forward medium kick into standing fierce link, and I would do that over and over again. And then once I got that down, I would just do another part of it, and then like when I got the link down, I would do the cancel and change direction, and then the focus cancel, and then the crouching fierce punch, and then ultra. Like I would just do every bit of that until I got that down, and then my main thing was like doing it over and over again. I did, I think, 20 times in a row before I was satisfied. And I mean, I would just play at work because I was able to play at work.
Right? Can you?
So
you still can't. You can't do that anymore, can you? Or?
No, I have a real job now.
Oh.
Well, it's a real job now. So, but no, I used to just fuck around in training mode at work, and then that's when I learned pretty much everything. I would try to do counter hit stuff, learn what I can do off of counter hits. Mm-hmm. So, and then I would just read Shoryuken and figure out just character specific stuff, and that's where I am now.
Yeah, I was gonna add. Is there any like character specific combos that you think not a lot of people know about with Abel, or?
I actually read. I was reading about it, and I saw a video about Akuma's forward roundhouse. The kicks, that move him forward a little bit.
Yeah,
They're really good.
the ridiculous.
You can a standing jab, and if you hit them from a far standing jab on a counter hit, like right before his kicks come out, you can forward medium kick right off of that, and then just combo him.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's pretty good, because, I mean, that could, like, you could just forward medium kick into, change of directions.
Anything,
yeah. That's pretty good.
But I've yet to really take care of that because there's no Akuma players. There's that one.
Yeah,
pad
we just had that pad Akuma show up, this weekend.
Chiari.
And I played that guy before, and he used Chun-Li, and, I love me some Chun-Li players when I pick Rufus, but, as Akumas, I still, I've played many Akumas in tournaments, but that's the only time I played I never play them in casuals, so far each Akuma I played has been a little different. He didn't really run away as much, I noticed. He had his vortex down, basically. He had the cross-up Tatsu mix-ups and stuff down. So, yeah, getting hit by roundhouse links fucking sucks.
Well, when I played against him, every time I would try to get in, he would teleport away.
Right.
And I lost to impatience.
Yeah, I really don't know how to if he's my threat with Akuma is, I mean, if I'm not fast enough to catch his teleports, he's going to be over at the other end of the screen building meter on me, and I don't want him to build, up, because some of his combos with FADC do so much damage. Like, I want to make sure he doesn't get them, but I haven't figured out a real good answer to that yet,
I know, I need to work on that too. I think I can just, if I expect the teleport, I can just roundhouse roll and catch up to him, or I can ultra him. I'm not sure though.
I don't know. Now, and speaking of Abel's ultra, who, besides obviously Ryu because the corner juggle, but who do you like? Everybody has a different timing, right? Do some characters have like a universal timing? Like, do all Shotos fall the same, or?
I think it's kind of based off of like weight. Like there's like groups of people that fall the same speed. I don't really have problems hitting it on most people though. It's just Ryu in the corner that I don't really go for it because it doesn't work.
Right, it doesn't work completely, or you can hit it, but it's really hard to hit. Like
no, if Ryu's in the corner, it will not hit. Abel's ultra will not hit him.
That's retarded.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. Like, why does Ryu have that? It's just one more thing.
Yeah. Secret top tier.
Yeah, but Sagat and Balrog, I mean, those are other people that you can hit with it, so it's not. I think there's only I don't know. I had to look at the chart again, but there's not that many people that you can that will avoid being hit by it if they're in the corner. So.
All right. Now, do you like to watch any, I know we always talk about videos and stuff. Do you like to watch any particular players for any ideas, I guess?
Everybody plays Abel a little bit differently. That's what I really like about him, too. There's, Juicebox, Rico Suave, incredible pad Abel.
Yeah.
I really don't see many videos of other people, though, besides Shiro, but I haven't really followed anything with him lately. But Rico, since FADC's been doing a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
I've been seeing more and more vids of Rico Suave, so
yeah, it's really
kind of
nice.
getting some information for him, though.
Really nice how Frame Advantage, it just came out, fairly recently, and they've already got, all these nice little tournaments running. California used to send out videos, and then they just kind of stopped. So, and nobody really played Abel. I mean, a couple people played Abel. Combo Fiend recently, I noticed, was playing Abel at NorCal Regionals, which I'm curious because he actually he originally started with Abel, but he moved across the board from Balrog and then to Viper, and I'm kind of curious why he went back. Because it seems like those two would maybe be a step up, but.
I think variety is good.
Yeah. Now, you only play Abel. Are you going to look into Are you thinking in Super? Maybe you just want to wait and see what they've got and play those characters, or have you seen any characters you kind of like that you would like to pick up?
I already know that I'm playing Cody, just
Yeah.
because I want to throw fucking rocks and knives at people.
I hate Cody.
So, what's wrong with Cody, man?
He's just I mean his V-ism's cool, in Alpha 3. I just hate Alpha 3. I think that's my stigmatism. Any character from Alpha 3 I just started to hate after a while because that game started to leave a bad taste in my mouth the more I played it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. I'm really interested to see how he plays because there's no V-ism in
Right.
Street Fighter. So
I'm curious if he has like a Vega dodge. If you hit like all 3 buttons, you get like kind of that Cody dodge he had in V-ism.
yeah,
That'd be kind of interesting.
I don't know. Other than Cody though, I'm not really interested in Guy or add-on. Jerry seems okay. I kind of want if this list is accurate, which
it's
has
been
been
so
so
far.
far.
Yeah.
So I mean I think I'll play Makoto again
Mhm.
because I mean that's who I was interested in Third Strike when I messed around with it. Just because I mean it's another mobile kind of person.
Mhm.
I don't know.
All right, I'll come back to Super in a sec. Just to
All right.
kind of stay on you. Do you have any personal players that you find you struggle with, and do you have any personal players that you find you like to play because you know you're going to beat them? Like if you were to meet up in a tournament situation, who's your number one pick?
I don't really like people that I know I'm going to win against. Like playing against people that I know I'm going to win against. That sounds kind of weird, but I mean I don't have a personal person that it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna win against that guy because that guy sucks. No, I like playing the game. But specifically, the person I like playing most against is probably Derek Legend from Cincinnati.
Who has been
that dude
conspicuously absent for the last month.
I really wish he hasn't disappeared off the face of the earth, but we haven't heard from him in weeks. But no, that guy has inspired me to level up my game so much. About my loss streak against him.
I was there. I was in the side
Yeah.
room playing Third Strike and looking over and going, "God damn!"
Yeah, pretty embarrassing. But
But hey, you stuck. You know what? Props for at least you never rage quitted once. You never said fuck this game and myself included sometimes too, and storm off
Yeah.
and go smoke a cigarette. You stuck with it. So props there.
Yeah, you can't really get mad when you lose because it doesn't do any good. You have to just try to change your game plan, try new stuff. I mean, halfway through this losses, I was just learning stuff, and I got really good at teching throws.
Yeah.
From doing that, and just because he would his Balrog, he would tick throw, and he would tick throw a lot, and then I was just like, fuck, I gotta do something about this. So I started trying to beat it with tornado throws, which didn't work, and then I learned a lot that night.
You learned
so.
the art of teching throws and the art of the neutral jump. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and so I guess you didn't have any personal player that you like to meet up against in tournaments. Who I guess would be your nemesis? Who haven't? I guess who do you play that you just feel like it's like a rivalry that you have to beat this person? Not have to beat, but it's like a long-standing rivalry.
I aim to take down Derek in a tournament.
Okay. Have you played him in a tournament before, or?
A few times actually. He's knocked me out both times, or every time. I think it's been 2 or 3 times in our local gatherings.
Mm-hmm.
Also, anybody that plays Zangief, I guess. I know that Gary from Indiana. I don't really know. Does he have a forums name other than Gary from Indiana?
Yeah. Oh crap! It's I think it's Hihachi. Yeah, I think it's like Hihachi
Okay.
something.
That's right.
He posts I guess the running gag with him in the Indiana thread is that he posts stuff like when it's really old news, because he definitely had like some Super Street Fighter 4 post like months after it was announced. So, but yeah,
That's
Gary's
fun.
a cool guy. He
Yeah.
has also knocked me out of tournaments before, but
Yep.
yep.
He plays Zangief, and he knocked me out of my first tournament in Cincinnati, them versus us beta. And he was like, "Is this your first tournament?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he started laughing, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
And I
he's
actually took a
veteran.
set from him,
Oh wow, nice.
so that was kind of cool because I knew how, like, it was early on in the game, and I knew how bad Abel had the matchup against Zangief. So,
Yeah. Um,
uh,
do you have now with Abel? You can. I guess for the most part, I feel like some characters kind of slip into a little bit of a linear thing. Like you don't see too many people playing an extremely turtly Rufus. You don't see there's always like dive kicks being thrown. You don't see Rufuses that don't dive kick. So. But I feel like Abel, even though he's an offensive-based character, you'll see people do very like radically different setups with him. Like you watch Rico and he'll do a lot of guessing games, but you'll also watch people who go for like more guaranteed things, more tornado throws. Do you have any specific mind games that you like to do with Abel?
I'm gonna think about that, but Juicebox tends to play more guaranteed, and Rico has the ability to guess like 100% correct almost every time. It's so crazy, like how well that dude guesses. That's the main thing I get from his videos.
Do you think
is
it's
that he's
guessing
just,
though, or do you think
no,
it's
well, like,
do you think it's
no, I
educated
mean,
guessing? I guess that's what that's what I
it's
would call it.
educated guessing, but you have to take risks, and every time you enter like a guessing game, gets situation, it's always a risk, but it depends on what's at stake. So, usually I'll try to I'll try to bait DPs, bait them to use their meter, just to try to get them to not have any tools so I can get in there. Like with Rufus, specifically when I play against you, if I see you have meter, I will try my hardest to bait those Jesus kicks from you,
That's what
just
you
to
gotta
burn
do.
that meter.
That's what you gotta
If
do.
you have 2 bars, I know you try to or focus cancel, and then dash throw. You'll just you'll
Yeah.
burn meter, try to get in there. So I want you to do that, and I'll take a throw over you losing 2 bars. So I think that's worth it.
Yeah.
Other than that, mind games, block strings. Sometimes I'll forward medium kick in, and if they block it, I'll get in, and usually you can on most characters except Rufus, actually, you can forward medium kick. If they block it, you can go for a low jab, and if they get hit by the low jab, you can cancel that, or not cancel, but you can link a standing medium punch and then cancel in the change of direction. And that's a pretty good offensive tool that I use, but I'm starting to use it a lot less because of the risk. Because if I forward medium kick and they block it, then they can reversal DP
Yeah.
or something like that, or throw me out of it even. So it's just like sometimes I use it,
thrown
but
when I try to play Abel, I always do the the dash kick, and like every time I just hear mashing of either throws or shoryukens coming my way. I'm like, why did I do that? So
generally I try to, if I hear somebody mashing away, I try to avoid that. But
yeah,
I don't know. I gotta work on playing safer.
right. Now, what do you think? Because I know you'll do this to me. When do you like feel out the person for tornado throws? When do you versus people you know and then people you don't know? Like I'll notice you'll do a lot of strings against me because I'm afraid of getting TT'd, so I'll try to backdash or I'll try to neutral jump, but you'll keep me down on the ground through strings, or you'll keep in my face. But when you're playing somebody you don't know, what's a good time to at least test the waters on your tornado throw mix-up?
The good thing about playing people you don't know is that you have the element of surprise. Obviously, so you have like a kind of a carte blanche as to what you want to do. You can just try anything and see if it works, and then try to see what his reaction is. If he avoids it, don't do it again. Or you can try it again. Maybe he'll expect you to, you got to try to think ahead of him. Maybe he'll try to think that you're not going to do it because you did it and it whiffed, or I don't know. I generally try to play safe and then try to take a chance, and then depending on what happens, I'll change my game up. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm stubborn and I'll lose all my patience because I'm trying to get something to work. Like I have pretty bad tunnel vision. When I try to want something to work, I'll work for that and then not try to wait for any other opportunities.
Yeah.
It's really stupid.
I do it too sometimes. Like I'll just be like, man, I want to get my my rush upper loop on Balrog going. Like I just want to do it so bad. And I know it's dumb. I know it's a waste of meter, but you know what? It's funny when you hit somebody with it. So
it's hilarious. It's awesome. It's so cool. Like that's like my favorite combo with Balrog.
It is, to be honest, once you learn the art of double tapping, it is easy as fuck to do. But
yeah.
Now do you double tap at all, or do you just have timing down?
I generally have timing down.
Okay.
I still drop combos from here and there, but I don't double tap. It's all muscle memory now.
Cool.
I should probably double tap because there's no harm in doing it.
Right. Well, I don't.
But,
like with Abel, like the way his moves come out, it almost feels like a single tap isn't like a bad idea. I don't know why, but I feel when I play Abel, I don't try to double tap either. Now, when I play Balrog, I do double tap a lot of jabs. So, but that's just me. All right, and then like final personal question: Have you ever hit a wall, and then if you did you overcome it, or are you still working on that wall? And then do you have any? If you did overcome it, what were your like remedies?
Tournament nerves is still affecting me. I play pretty badly in tournaments. Like I'll do real well in casuals, and then when something's on the line, I don't know, I'll make stupid mistakes, and then that'll get in my head, and then I'll go downhill from there. So I'm really trying to avoid that. Background noise was a big problem when I started playing in tournaments. So I listen to music now when I play.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of eliminated that, but that, sometimes you can use audio cues to do combos and stuff and learn timing that way. So, but the way I see it is that I can't fucking hear the game anyway.
Yeah.
So I might as well just drown out everything, and that's helped a lot. But I still have problems.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what do you listen to when you play? Do you have any specific genres or?
I kind of skipped around. I listened to hip hop for a while, and now I listen to. I actually have the Ocean's 13 soundtrack on my. I don't have an iPod, but it's a Sansa, and it's got a lot of drum and just a lot of good beats. And I kind of listen to that just to try to. It's got a good rhythm, so it doesn't really distract me. And I don't listen to anything with vocals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you listen to any lyrical songs or anything?
No, that actually bugs me when I play.
Huh.
So.
All right. Well.
Just music.
Yeah. I like to listen to a lot of drum and bass when I'm bored, and I don't really care about the in-game sound that I've heard 3 billion times, that annoying fucking announcer. But speaking of annoying fucking announcers, moving on to Super Street Fighter 4 discussion. I just wanted to get your personal thoughts about it, and ask you a couple questions about it, your opinions, So far, the rumors of everybody being beefed up, at least they're all rumors right now, but, S-Kill in his infinite wisdom has said everybody was going to be beefed up. Now, do you feel that's really balance? Do you feel that everybody being good is balance, or do you feel like people need to have things taken away?
It's hard to say. In one way, that's good, because everybody gets new tricks. Everybody gets different properties to their moves, and it's better. But there's clearly going to be people that have better tools than others. That's just how it is. That's just how it is in every game. There's always going to be tiers. I just think that some characters don't really need a whole lot more.
Yeah.
people are saying like Sagat has some problems, and that he does.
He has cross-up problems. I think that's his main thing is just movement speed and cross-ups. But I mean, you just watch some of these videos and you're like, his damage just more than makes up for it. And he is one of two characters with, I think, the stupidest mechanic in that game. Well, there's two stupid mechanics. I think 2 bars FADC Ultra is kind of bad, but you know what? A lot of people have that, so I won't touch that. But trade DP into Ultra has got to be the dumbest thing in existence.
I agree with you.
Ugh.
Sagat and Ryu have so many ways to just get their Ultra out there. I mean, Abel has a couple of ways, but it's nothing like that.
Yeah, it's not like a bad situation is coming to you, and like in a normal game when you trade, you're both knocked down, and the person who traded from the ground can quick stand like faster. But that's it. But in this game, you quick stand, and they get up so fast you can immediately Ultra. And with Sagat, you can even juggle with the forward roundhouse sometimes. Like, oh my God, what were they thinking?
I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
all right, now you were talking. I know last time we played, you were talking about how they took out Crumple into Ultra. Is that true? There's no more. So there's no more DJ EX Dread Kicks into Ultra.
Yes, that's confirmed. I actually saw in another video that it doesn't crumple. It just, I think the only way to land Ultra is in like a. There's got to be another combo that he can do.
Oh,
it in.
if Balrog can land Headbutt Ultra, and I mean in Super Turbo, DJ could up kicks into Super, so I'm almost positive he's going to be able to juggle out that Ultra. Oh, and by the way, I found another one of those Balrog is stupid jab into Ultra videos, and the guy ended up finishing his Ultra combo. He was in the opposite side of the screen in the corner. And he managed to finish his Ultra combo and then do a Super immediately afterwards and juggle out the remaining hits with Super.
Wow, that's stupid as hell.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, do you feel that some of these characters being able to hit their Ultra... I mean, the game does revolve around Ultras, but do you think... A lot of it does. Do you think them being able to hit it... Do you think everybody should be able to hit theirs easily, or the ones that don't need to have, like, the reward of huge damage for not being able to hit it normal?
I think a character generally that doesn't have the ability to combo into Ultra easily is worse. That's why, like, Bison is pretty bad.
He's not bad.
I mean, he's good.
Yeah, he's just not good from the Ultra standpoint.
But he doesn't have, like, that easy link in the Ultra. Like, he's got his anti-air Fierce. Is it Fierce?
It's strong. Strong.
It's... Okay, strong, and then Ultra. But that's, like, it, right?
And focus attack, which I hit a lot.
Everybody's got that.
I like doing that. Yeah, but, Bison's focus attack is awesome, so...
It is pretty cool, yeah. Bison's awesome.
Yeah.
He's such a smug bastard. He's always grinning.
Yep.
He's no DJ, though, in the grinning department.
He is... No, that... Bison is a lot more smiley in this game, but King of the Shiny Teeth is going to go to DJ, and... the next iteration. Although Adon is a little smiley too in this version. Although I think Adon, I mean, I don't think I kind of like him, but I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be good or bad. Like looking at his character design, he looks fast, which he's always been, but once again, we're going back to that combo into Ultra. Did he have one that looked like it comboed in that little 5-second trailer they threw out there?
I don't know actually.
Okay.
I bet he'll be able to do like Jaguar kick in the Super though, like that. I mean that seems pretty.
Yeah, everybody can cancel.
Street Fighter 4-ish.
Aside from Akuma, I think everybody can cancel their Super in this game from something. All right, now, I mean, what other ways other than focus attacks do you think like characters like Bison, other than his juggle, do you think they're going to give them something to like balance them out so they can hit their Ultra easier, or do you think it's kind of just going to come with the territory? Like, if you pick this character, just don't expect to hit it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they would give Bison to be able to land Ultra off of a combo.
Crumple scissor kicks?
No.
Yeah, I'm thinking about how retarded that would be, but
yeah, it'd be pretty bad.
Okay, so you said you wanted to play Makoto, and so far that rumor list says, the non-confirmed characters from that rumor list that has been 100% accurate so far are Makoto, Dudley, and Ibuki, who is Ibuki's almost confirmed. I mean, there's no official word, but there's that whole guy's blocking a kunai in this picture. I wonder who that could be.
Yeah.
So
can you think of like anybody else that uses a kunai in Street Fighter?
Right, unless they make up some character, which would also be hilarious. But I hope they don't, because I think they only said there's going to be 2 new characters, right? And they've already introduced Yuri. Yeah, isn't the other guy some? I mean, it's supposed to be an Arab oil wrestler, like that's an actual fighting style. But the way they worded it on the blog sites is like an Arabian wrestler obsessed with oil. That just does not sound politically correct.
They're taking like Street Fighter 4 stereotypes to a whole new level with that. So, just I read that and I was like, wow. I'm really not surprised, but just wow.
It is Capcom. So, and then like with the Third Strike characters, do you feel they'll be viable? I just feel. I know you didn't play that much Third Strike, but I know you like, you watch us and you know the system of the game. Do you think like that lack of parry will cause a lot of problems for them? Like, I honestly feel a lot of the characters, especially Makoto, is very centered around that parry mechanic, or she benefits so much off of the kind of guessing games that occur in Third Strike.
My guess is the problem. Well, I mean, Goken has like a command parry,
right?
So maybe they'll do something for the Third Strike people, or maybe they'll do something for like Ibuki or Makoto specifically. I don't really know though. I don't. I'm sure they'll be viable just because of how they are, but the whole problem is like console characters. I mean, console characters in Street Fighter 4 were terrible for the most part.
Well, yeah, I would say like the majority of the console characters are not as tournament viable. We're starting to see some more Cammy, although nobody around here really plays her seriously. And then Gen's like kind of you only have a few people who play him, but they are really good with him, the ones that do.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, the people that do play Cammy around here, like I think Face from Columbus played her, and then gave up on her, and now he's playing Ryu.
Yeah, I know.
And
there's a lot of Ryu. There's a lot of Ryu spam going on yesterday. I'm pretty sure you caught that mash out Shoryuken to go through the super that was like mislinked or whatever. Remember, I can't remember who was playing, but somebody did jab and tried to link it into super, and the guy just mashed out Shoryuken right in between the hits.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
I can't remember who that was, but I'm sure it was Columbus people. I'm not saying anything about Columbus, but oh man,
God,
it was bad. No, Third Strike. I'm gonna go back to that, but I think those characters they have to make sure that everybody's good at least, and I think that I wonder if they're going to just like release it on time. Maybe that's a very, very wishful thing for me to say.
Yeah. There's obviously not going to be, unless they really want to make the game radically different, there's not going to be a parry mechanic, So I'm curious how they're going to kind of design these characters. And like Dudley, too. Like the 3 characters, now Ibuki, not so much. She's just very, if you can play her mix-up game kind of random and really just kind of, she has just a lot of options as far as mix-up goes, and really good strings, and also amazing stun. I'm sure they'll keep that in. They said they're giving her a command run, though, which I think that was mistranslated, and they just mean to say she kept her command dash, but I'm not sure. But, like, yeah, Dudley, he just revolves, I think, or his character benefits, a lot from parry. You get low-parried Roundhouse EX Machine Gun, you're eating a Half-Life combo, no questions asked, So I'm curious how, because both he and Makoto revolve around kind of that whole one mistake type character, you know. But I think in 4,
Right.
4 is the game of many mistakes. So I'm kind of curious, you know, how they'll work.
I just think that people that are expecting to play them exactly like the Third Strike iteration are crazy. And I think there's going to be a lot of people upset about it because they're not going to be the same. They're going to play pretty similar, but I mean, it's just not going to be the same because
Right.
you're taking, you know, a person from another game with different mechanics and plopping them into another game. So it's just, don't expect
Well, for the most
things
part,
to work the same.
for the most part, the majority of players have migrated, you know, or at least they'll still, like, you know, myself and Indiana will still play Third Strike, but you know, there's not the kind of like the majors for it are dying. So I think transitioning for people won't be as bad because not too many people have just stuck with Third Strike and aren't, you know, didn't play Street Fighter 4 before this iteration. So I think,
Yeah.
you know, I think they'll be able to adjust. With that being said, do you think this Hakan character is going to play like Darun Meister or something from EX?
I hope not.
You don't like Darun Meister?
I don't like EX.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. It's a pretty bad game. If I can get if I do get Josh the Funk Doc on here, I want to talk to him about that game because he seemed pretty knowledgeable about it at Midwest Championships. And
Josh is knowledgeable about everything, dude. That guy is a machine.
yeah,
Like,
he
I-
does know a lot.
Dude, we fucking played Jackie Chan for one night, and then the next day he went home, back to Cleveland, and wrote a thread about it.
I told him he ought to be ashamed the last time he showed up to the arcade for that thread. But you and him are definitely the two driving forces, I guess, in trying to make this game popular in the U.S. You know.
Well, I mean, we got Portland, we got BBH, and they know about it, and then I think NorCal knows about it now. And I don't know. I kind of, if we can get people from Cincy to go to Evo next year, I want to do like a side tournament.
Yeah.
Have it like a 5v5 versus Portland.
Oh man, yeah. You know that entire like the only characters that you would see is like Chairman Jackie the whole time. Like I just don't. I played that game right. I sat down and I tried it for about 5 minutes, and sweep double dutch is quite possibly the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And on top of that, you can keep sweeping them while they're dead. It does like Half-Life, doesn't it? Like one combo.
It's like 60%. It's really dumb. And then you can hit them on the ground. But
does anybody play better than Chairman Jackie? I mean,
actually, you know, I lost to Mal in that first side tourney, and it was hype as shit. And then last night, I actually lost to Avi from Columbus because he picked Chairman Jackie, and he didn't double dutch all the time. I play the Dragon Ball Jackie, and his main offense is his quarter circle forward kick, and like that beats like half the game's cast.
Mm-hmm.
And then but lows just destroy it. Like I got knocked to losers by Clint just because he would just he was playing drunk Jackie, and he would low me. Like he would hit me with his low sweep or whatever. It doesn't sweep. It just does 25% of my health. And like every time I would try to like force my way in, he would do that, and I would just get murdered by it. It was awesome. Not really, but no. I need to rethink who I'm gonna play because I heard that. I mean, people are saying that Young, the bitch with the staff and the birds, for whatever reason, she's like the best. And then it's the Chairman Jackie, and then I think it's Thorsten. But
Who's
Thorsten,
Thorsten?
Lau, Young, and all the Jackies seem pretty viable.
Which one's Thorsten again? Like
Thorsten's the dude with the long hair. He's got like the mullet, and he's got like a cyborg look to him.
Oh yeah.
And he turns into a giant buzzsaw.
Yeah. Okay.
Man.
Couple questions. Now the aerobics chick she seems terrible, but
Well, Kimmery is awful.
Okay. She seemed really
She's
bad.
got a lot of funny moves, but
and then
they're
also
terrible.
when you knock them on the ground in the corner, I noticed like you can make your character go into Godzilla mode, like huge. How do you do that?
You hit up in I think it's C, and then they'll get really big, and then you can press like all the other buttons to do stuff. And I think that like it's pretty bad because the other person, if they see that coming, they can press a button to try to counter it, and if they counter it, they just get out of it for free,
Oh, wow.
and you get thrown off.
It's like Dead or
Yeah, so
Alive.
it's not good. Yeah, and
I won't talk much about that fight.
really,
game,
why
though.
are we talking about this game?
Hey man, you're trying to hype it up. I'm just trying to get the word out that apparently Jackie Chan is a good game, and you can't see my face, but I'm shaking my head.
It's so bad and funny that it's good, and
I
it's
can
playable.
see that. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, moving on. Community-wise, what has been your favorite tourney that you've been to so far?
Favorite tournament? Seasons Beatings by far. I love our local arcade. Thank God we have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's done a lot for our community. But Seasons Beatings, man, that was just unreal. What a good event.
Yeah, I agree.
Galleon and Fuji are incredible for hosting that every year. So
Yeah, definitely.
I just,
big props to Chris and Fuji for running the show, and I'm sure, just like many of us, they did not get any sleep that entire time. So
nope.
Yeah.
Definitely Seasons Beatings though for my favorite. I'm going to NEC though next week.
Oh, that's next week.
So yeah.
Damn.
hopefully it'll be just as good as Seasons Beatings, if not better. But I don't know,
dude. Nothing.
I don't know.
I went to Evo this year, and Evo was a good time. Don't get me wrong, great time. But it's like just sheer. I don't know. Just I think the venue really makes the event, and Momo's is like the greatest venue ever. And just the fact that there's enough hype out there to get the Daigo to come out to Ohio of all places.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really says something about a tournament. So, and Mortal Kombat having like serious contenders, a real tournament on Cab. That was pretty cool.
I heard they were getting game testers, like a game tester from Chicago, like who tested the original
Lex,
game down.
Lex, that was
just
the guy
to play it. Yeah, that's crazy.
That was the guy who won
that's awesome.
the tournament, of course. I guess.
Oh.
Apparently, Kung Lao has infinites with dive kicks and spins. I did not know this, but it was pretty cool to watch. So, yeah, Seasons Beatings, great tournament. And you were drunk as fuck on Friday night, much to my.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, don't worry.
I was gonna get to that.
Don't worry. Many substances were used at Seasons Beatings. So.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I had like 7 drinks before our first match.
Jesus. I didn't know you were that. I thought you were like a little sauced, and then you just continued to get sauced throughout the night. I didn't know you were like 7 Jack and Cokes in the hole.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm sorry, dude.
That's all right.
Next team tournament, though, it'll be different.
All right. With NEC coming up now, do you have any like personal preparations you're trying to make, and like what's your travel arrangements here? Are you driving or?
I'm heading up to. First, I'm picking up Cam, Real KT from Dayton, and then we're going to Columbus. We're driving with Locke, the second player, Black Locke.
Yeah.
Dwayne. We're going with him. Tim Static, who is the Mortal Kombat guy in Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also going with Tony. He's actually new to Columbus for the most part.
He was there yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Balrog
He's
player?
a Balrog player, yep.
Yeah.
He's new to tournaments and stuff, so we're going
Is that like
hoping to enter the team tournament, but we don't really have a third yet because it's only me and Tony that play Street Fighter, so in that group.
Oh, do you have anybody that would be like last minute, or?
There are plenty of people that I know that are going, just through various IRC channels and stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to get one of them to pair up with us. So I don't know.
That's a pretty big. What are you guys taking, a van or something? That's a pretty big car.
It's a Ford Fusion, I think, which is I don't know if it's big.
I can pop up a Google window real quick and check.
Nah, it's cool. I'm not worried about the travel. It's 6 hours.
I just want to see for myself if this thing's gonna fit you guys. Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. It's kind of like my Mazda, but yeah, you'll be all right.
I'm sure we will.
It's like how long is it to Pennsylvania? And this is Philly, right?
Yeah, from Columbus it's like 6 hours, 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's not like great.
That's not. Yeah, we drove that to Midwest Championships, and I've been to Pennsylvania before, and the traffic's not terrible. I don't know about Philly, but going through is not bad. But yeah, Chicago traffic is just awful. So
Well, Pennsylvania's got a lot of shitty roads, man. They got the toll booths, and the roads are in terrible condition. Like, I actually went up to New York a couple years back, and there was a blizzard, and it was just awful because of the roads. But I mean, snow obviously, but the roads were bad to begin with. So
yeah.
I don't know.
So you guys are getting a hotel, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got our hotel room booked, and we're all gonna enter our own respective tournaments. Cam's gonna play Tekken and Soul Calibur. Dwayne's gonna play Tekken and maybe Soul Calibur. I don't know if he plays it. Tim Static's gonna play Mortal Kombat, keeping that game alive
as best you can. That game's been on life support for a long time.
I think there's like at least 30 people signed up for it though.
Yeah. Now, are you in the future? I know we both like it, and there's a lot of people getting into it. Do you think you're gonna? I know you entered the Ranbats. Are you gonna start entering Tekken tournaments when you feel more comfortable with the game? Or?
I actually wasn't there for Tekken Day.
Oh, I thought you were.
Nope, I was not there. I wanted to be, but I couldn't make it. I'm kind of not really sure if I'm gonna play 3D or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, if Virtua Fighter 5R got released here, I would play it.
Really?
Yeah.
You like that better than the other games?
I mean,
it looks really good, but I've just never been into the whole 3-button. I don't like games with a block button. I think that's my main thing, is just holding a button to block, just never.
I kind of agree with you on that, but I don't know. I played VF4 Evo a little bit, and it was just interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but I don't think, I didn't know the people in Columbus that played, and I didn't know the people in Cincinnati that played at the time. But it was just me and my friend basically playing. So I never really got anywhere with that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Tekken, I like it. It's fun, but it's Tekken. Like, Google image search for juggling, and that's Tekken.
Yeah.
Like,
but in a way, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm starting to, as much as some characters annoy me in that game, and having to sit through juggles just
Asuka?
sucks. Yeah, Asuka is a bitch, but I mean, I don't know. She's annoying, but I played Darius as Xiao Yu, and she was also. I think anybody who's like fast and has just really ridiculous juggles that take forever, or like Lee and stuff. I don't mind getting hit by like Craig Marduk because he just does 2 hits, even though it takes away all my life. At least I didn't have to sit there and watch a cinematic, of my character dying.
it's like watching Abel's Ultra the entire game.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask, we were talking about that in the back room about like if you could press a button, me and Dejan while we were playing, if you could both press a button to skip an Ultra cutscene, would you take that option? Would you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I would love for them to put that in the game. Like, Ultras look cool, but after you've sat through that game a million times, you never want to see one again when you get hit by it. Like, I take that time to like check my cell phone, talk to other people. Like, there's many things you can do within an Ultra.
That's what it's there for. It's like your cell phone check time. I do that too. Definitely annoying to like. I don't like how everything slows down, and then when it KOs, like I don't like how everything pauses. But
Yeah.
Actually, I think that in Super, it looked like whenever they were killing people with Ultras, like in the trailers, like when Cody did his little tornado thing that killed him, it looked like it kept moving
Really?
after the KO. Like slowly moving. Not just like a freeze frame. But I mean, that's so stupid to complain about to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny, but it's I don't care. It's
All right. And then still kind of on the community, what is one thing you would like to see change in the community?
change?
Yeah, like what would you like to see kind of change for the better, or just what do you have like a problem with something in the community you would like to see taken care of, or I just mean the general fighting game community, not just like Arcade Legends or
a lot of people on SRK are just mean for no reason.
myself included.
You know, I know, but like, I mean, you nag grab for avatars. I mean, come on. But
But it's funny. It's
no,
funny.
No, I mean, people are just so crazy on Shoryuken about like asking the question in the right forum, and they'll give people like endless amounts of shit just for, you know, hey, I'm new here. Where do I get this info? And they're like, read the stickies. I don't know. Like, I mean, why is that such a big deal?
Yeah.
I mean, people get bent on a shave over the dumbest shit. I don't really care that they give 09 shit because a lot of them deserve it.
You're correct.
But no, it's. I mean, there's a lot of information to be had there. You just gotta lurk until you're ready to post about it.
Right.
I mean, that's just general rule of thumb for any forum. But as far as community, like local,
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't change anything. I hope that Save the Arcade thing works out for Jesse because 25,000 is a good chunk of change for that arcade.
Yeah.
So
believe it or not, my dad was actually asking how much some of those machines would cost, and I was like looking at him kind of funny. I'm like, "There's no way," you know. But he, like, not to name drop or anything, but he's got like a movie like a movie deal he's working on for one of his books. So I could be,
cool.
I could be looking at a PlayStation 3 this summer. So
Do you want one?
just I just say that whenever I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get money. So because
That's aiming low.
hey, I don't have high expectations, man. So
Yeah.
I'm doing this. I have. It's like what 11 o'clock right now, and I woke up in these sweatpants and this sweatshirt, and I have not changed since like 11 this morning. So
Hey, it's lazy Sunday, dude.
yeah, dude.
Sunday.
Oh yeah. All right. So if there's nothing there's not much you'd like to see changed. What is like one thing you'd really like to see stay constant? You know, do you? 'Cause there's a lot of talk about, I guess, tournaments. Like, you know, you've kind of seen it being introduced into the tourney scene through Them versus Us. Tournaments were still kind of like a more local kind of unionized thing where if you knew these people, they'd be coming out. And people that didn't kind of only heard either through word of mouth or the forums, but now you're getting like all this media coverage of tournaments and stuff and streams. You know, is there anything you'd like to see stay the same at this point?
Well, I want the arcade to be around forever and ever, obviously, just because that's such a central hub for our like Dayton and Cincinnati to get together in Northern Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ranbats and tournaments. We got Indianapolis coming down all the time. Mario and Justin. Just, I mean, it's unbelievable how useful that place is and how like vital it is to like our community. Like we have, you know, our game nights every Thursday, which a lot of people show up to. We got Ranbats on Saturday, tournaments on Saturday. Just all sorts of stuff that, you know, Jesse hosts. He buys boards for us.
Yeah.
I mean, he got Alpha 3, he got CVS 2, which, I mean, they had that when they started, but, I mean, they really got, like, everything we've requested. Now they're even working on getting a Third Strike cab.
Yes.
I mean,
immensely excited about that.
I mean, there's so much that this guy has done for everybody, and I don't know. I try to get people to go there as much as possible just because,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm grateful as hell for that dude.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
You know, this I remember just a couple, like maybe a year ago, I was just like, oh, it'd be so great if we could get an arcade community, and sure enough, you know, it was like right around my birthday. He like I see this post, you know, that we're opening this arcade, and then I look through all the games list. I'm like, they got X-Men, you know? Oh
Yeah.
my god! So yeah, and then what I would like to do is start to get. I think we've got as many, not as many, but a pretty good chunk of what you're going to see with the fighting game community. I would almost like to get other game communities there, you know, so they can start coming in on, like, have their kind of, like, fight night, you know, have their night they come in. I want to see, I mean, I know you posted that you don't want, you said the Blaze Blue Room smells bad enough, we don't need DDR kids there, but you know, I'd like to see a DDR, or some kind of rhythm game, because I think those communities, there is a community there for the rhythm games, and I hear Initial D gets some play, but I have never seen too many people on it.
I play Initial D from time to time. I actually haven't played it in a long
really
time
bad
because
at
I'm
it.
more interested in playing pinball and Street Fighter 4
Yeah.
and Jackie Chan and Mario Battle Mode now.
Oh, he said he's going to put in Twinkle Star Sprites soon. You should, we should play
We
that.
actually, me and Avi played it. We asked him to put it in yesterday.
Okay, good. At the next Thursday, we need to get on that because that game's awesome. So.
Well, the problem is that the board that it's on is like a 201 or a 301 bootleg board, and it's got a bunch of like nudie games in it. so he can't leave it out.
Oh, okay. I don't know
for
what
other
those
people
would be,
to
but
count, stuff like that.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, believe me, I messed around in MAME because I have like a 6,000 MAME ROM set or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
And there's lots of nudie games.
I'm sure. It's
And
Japan.
they're all bad and hilarious.
I don't
but-
expect my standards of Japan are not high in the respect of pornography. So,
Well, yeah,
um,
I don't know. It's funny, but ugh.
all right. So porn games aside, we're running up on about an hour here. So
Damn.
yeah, it is, awesome episode. We talked about Super Street Fighter, talked about some Able specifics, talking about NEC. So kind of to close up, I guess I'd like to do this. I see some people doing this on their interviews on SRK, and I think it's a good idea. So I want to do a little free association. Whatever first thing that comes to mind, you just say after I give you the topic. So
Oh shit. Okay.
all right. So here we go. Able,
Apple.
Jackie Chan and Fists of Fire,
Dragon Ball Jackie.
Arcade Legends,
Jesse.
Ryu,
That's terrible. Ryu?
Yeah.
Anger.
alcohol. This might go with Ryu.
Bad Friday.
Dropping an Ultra,
Terrible.
Magical Drop 3,
Incredible.
Sheep Stage and Tekken 6.
Hilarious.
All right, that's all I got on the free association. So
Okay.
you passed
Well,
the
that
flying
was pretty
colors.
bad, so I didn't expect to be hit with that.
Oh, that's
but-
fine. That's the point.
But speaking
go ahead.
speaking of Magical Drop, I wanted to bring that back a little bit. I'm money matching Justin Wong and Magical Drop at NEC.
Really, he played. Oh,
Yeah.
I would be careful actually because we were at Midwest Championships and they were playing Tetris, and they're not bad at Tetris. Like there was some guys there that thought they were hot shit, and Marn like wiped the floor with them, and naturally that wasn't good because then Marn got more egotistical. But Justin Wong was also very good at puzzle games, so I would not count these guys out.
I'm not saying that like I want to do it because I think I'll get like free money. I want to do it because there's no real good like Magical Drop players in Cincinnati
Right.
that I know.
Other than Keats, but he
And-
doesn't live in Cincinnati, so
No, Keats is not Cincinnati anymore. He's ex-Cincinnati.
ex-Cincinnati.
So yeah, Wisconsin now. Bleh.
Sounds like a stick. Hey, we're gonna have Keats on here. I'm gonna tell him you said that.
That's okay. We're good buds. We go back.
Yeah.
Keats is actually like the root of Cincinnati's scene,
Yeah, so I've heard. So
holding like UFGT and stuff.
faggots.
Yeah, that's another joke. But no, I saw that Justin posted that he's accepting all money matches and
yeah,
and,
he will play your ass on anything. So
Capcom games and Magical Drop. So I was like, damn, I'm gonna take you up on that.
is there any other game you think you have like a hidden talent at that if you were to money match somebody you would just make millions off of them? Or
Man, if I could make money off of Magical Drop, I think I'd go places with that game.
that's the one with like the little kind of like ding ding ding, that sound effect that always occurs.
Yep.
Oh my
It's really
god.
annoying.
That one is ingrained in my dreams.
But it's
I can
it's
hear
awesome.
it when I go out for a cigarette. I can hear it through the arcade window. It's so ridiculous. So
It's awesome, dude. It's a good game. I'm sad though because the Japanese version has all the voices and they're hilarious. And like the version that it's set to is like just the normal English version, which doesn't have like any of that. It just has like watch out. It's stupid. It's annoying.
all right. Well, I think that's great interview. So we got all our topics covered. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we conclude?
No. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, no problem. Getting this stuff
I'm
set
glad
up
you were
was a lot easier.
Carrying the torch.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, we can, I guess, look forward to Keats. I got a couple other people that have expressed interest in the show. I think if I can, I'm going to get Nathan's portable recorder, and we're going to do an Arcade Legends just round table, have people stop in and say hey, so you can kind of meet the faces of Arcade Legends. So,
yeah, dude, that sounds good.
but okay, Zach, it was great talking to you.
It's good talking to you too, man.
All right, man. See you
Take it
later.
easy.